Okay, here is my project. I'm going to build a little cart for this cooler. This is my Coho cooler. It's a rotomolded kilt cooler, 55 quarts. So it's quite large and it can get quite heavy when it's full. And I saw some of these different cooler carts on Amazon, and they were anywhere from like $50 and up. I figured I could try to build one for much less than that with stuff I had on hand. So pretty much this was all stuff I had on hand. Those were wheels from like a miter saw stand that I didn't need. Um, Over here, these are the only things I bought were these angle brackets. I just thought it would be good to reinforce this. Otherwise, I had the wood. I'm going to use bungees as a way to secure it underneath to this other handle. That's kind of the way I've seen them done on Amazon. And then that roll over there is just like sticky foam. Basically, one side is sticky and foam, and I'll put that on the cooler side of this cart so that it just protects it from scratching it, and I guess it'll look nice too. So I also these pieces of wood right here, the larger pieces, those are going to be basically a make a right angle and go on one back end of the cooler. But I'm going to cut out part of the middle section of those pieces of wood just to minimize the weight of the cart too. And I think again it'll look a little cooler than just keeping it all in one. I don't know. Maybe that's just not necessary. I guess I might just go ahead and first off try it without doing that just because that's extra work that doesn't need to be done. So we'll go ahead and check it out. Again, it's my Coho cooler, and this is my little homemade cooler cart based on materials I had around the house. All right, so here I am kind of halfway through my cooler cart project. And again, the goal here was to just use stuff I had in the garage, and that was it. The only thing I bought was two pieces of angle, 90-degree angle, um, these metal pieces that go down here just because I thought that would help reinforce it, and I didn't have anything like that. But I've got everything set up. Think this should work fine. It's rolling fine. So now I'm just going to go ahead and paint it. Still deciding on if I was going to kind of cut out part of the middles of each piece just to minimize weight. I don't know that I really need to do that, so I probably won't. I'm going to put that padded foam on the inside here and then probably do something around the edges to clean up the edges. So I think it should work fine. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be very functional, and I should be happy with it, I think, when we're done. So anyway, I'll do one more video of the final project completed. Again, it's for my Coho big roto-molded cooler. All right, so I'm back with the cooler cart, and I pretty much have it done. Wanted to show it to you quick before I put it on. So again, the goal here was to make it with just stuff I had from home. The only thing I bought were a couple 90-degree kind of angle irons to just reinforce it because I figured I should. So you can see here I had some of these straps. I think they're technically hammock straps, but I don't need them. And then I got these. These are what I'm going to use to cinch this down. And then the cart was all made, like I said, with stuff that I had laying around. So the wood was all stuff I had laying around. The trim was this, that plastic trim. And then everything else was stuff that I had as well. So just went ahead and kind of figured out how to do it based on the pictures that I saw online. And it turned out pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect because I wasn't following exact plans and because I was using just material I have, but it should function perfect. It just looks good. I wouldn't say it looks great, but anyway, I'll do another video after I put it on and show you kind of how it attaches. All right, I've got my Coho cooler cart all set up and ready to go. So it did work out. Like I said, I was doing it with all found stuff that I had around the house already, except for about $3 worth of materials. So this kind of shows you how it attaches. There's a little slot, I guess, on all coolers like this right here, back behind here. So you just open up the lid and you can put your straps through there. So I've got that strapped on there. And then around front, you'll see kind of something similar. So I've got it strapped on there and those come underneath it. So that's how that works. And again, this was very similar to one I saw on Amazon. It's just this That one was obviously a lot more professional, but it rolls around nicely. You just use the handle, and so I assume it's going to work just fine. I tried to kind of overbuild it, but I guess I really don't know how heavy this gets. So it'll be kind of an experiment, but I thought it was a fun little thing to do since I had a lot of this stuff around, and it should work out for me. So if you've got a Coho cooler, you want to add some wheels to it. All these rotomolded coolers get super heavy, regardless of the brand. And this is just a nice little option I figured out, and hopefully give some other people some ideas. Maybe you can improve upon things and take it from there. Thanks.